Hey everyone, today we're gonna have a few long stories. If you like them good, tell me, but don't cut off my head if you don't, okay? Okay. Young, blonde, and bendy. So I've been a nanny slash babysitter for over 17 years now, and I have plenty of stories of people trying to short pay me or negotiate already very reasonable prices, but this one instance always sticks out in my mind. I was like 20 years old and working for a family I hated. The kids were okay, but the parents were terrible, so I was constantly interviewing with new prospective clients. Now, someone from my church set up a meeting with a newly single dad. His wife has recently passed away and he was struggling to keep the house up. Note, when I nanny, I do very light housework only, unless they specifically ask for other tasks done and offer to fairly compensate for the tasks, of course. Anyway, I go to the interview, which was more than twice as far away as any of my current clients, but this job was full-time, so I thought it might be worth it. I met Dad and his kids and the interview goes, pretty well, I guess. His expectations were really high as far as housekeeping goes. He wanted me to get his kids off of school in the morning and stay at the house cleaning and preparing dinner until the kids go home from school. Not really my cup of tea, but I was trying to keep an open mind and get out of my current employment situation, so... The interview is coming to a close and we discuss compensation. He offered me like $100 a week for about 40-50 hours worth of work. I was speechless. I told him what my hourly rates were and he said I was crazy and that there was no way he could afford that. This was several years ago and I think I asked about $10-12 an hour, possibly. I politely explained that I didn't think I was a good fit for his family and he shot back with, "But you're just what we're looking for here. You're young, blonde, and bendy." I could feel my face turning scarlet and I said I need to leave. He then called me every day for the next 2 weeks trying to convince me to work for his family and then started to gossip about me at the church. It was crazy. It's just a straight line. It probably took the artist 10 seconds? Yeah, the bum. So I won't work for free all day, but I'm missing out? This happened years ago, so no screenshots, only seeing this sub now. I used to work as a hairdresser. I specialized in updos and took extra classes for more experience on this. I was quite busy in the shop I worked in. I was approached by a local company saying how much they love my work and would love for me to come work for them for a day styling multiple women's hair for an event they were hosting. I said, sure, that sounds great. What sort of wage would I get? They said, oh no, we thought this might just be a good opportunity for someone who wants the experience. I said, unfortunately, I can get paid at my job while gaining experience, so I'll pass. They responded, that's too bad. You'll be missing out. Oh, can't you just give me my order for free? I have an online shop where I sell image sheets for mixed media and collage artists. I have about 1,000 digital sheets priced at $2 per download for good quality high-res PDF files. I also have an old website with about 1,200 free printable sheets. They're lower quality, low-res JPEG files that I made to give away during various holiday events. The deal was people could download the low-res files for free or pay a couple of dollars to get the whole holiday collection at high resolution. Standard email interaction at least once a week for the 15 years I've been in business and always from someone I've never heard of who has never purchased anything from me. Ever. And it goes like this. Oh hi, can you give me my order from your shop for free? It's for my school, charity, art group, kid. Sorry, I can't. The items in my shop are for purchase and the price is listed. If you're looking for free goodies, check out this website. There I have low-res files posted for free downloads. Can you just give me the ones in my cart? No, sorry. But I have $100 worth in my cart and I can't afford them. Well, I can't afford giving them away. Oh, but it's for charity or my kids or church. You should donate, you know. I do donate to organizations I belong to and causes I support. Sorry, yours isn't one of those. Oh, bitch, I'm never buying anything from you again, and I'm telling everyone you wouldn't support my cause/event/kid/whatever. Okie dokie, have a great day. Block/ban/filter to trash. You trash.
I need gas money. If you don't have $50, don't ask me.
Ask you for what? You're the one begging. What's wrong with you? CB tells me to do his work first, then the company that actually paid me to do work. So like a week ago, I got 2 requests from a guy working for a little company called Wutsu. The request was pretty easy. Make a PDF where the different windows change color when you hover over them as a PDF. Did that easy and got paid like $40 for it. But meanwhile, I also got a message from this guy asking me to edit videos for a Fortnite team. Not even willing to pay, but pay me in exposure, giving me a shout out on Instagram. I said I can do 1 video for a little exposure. I only have like 60 subs on YouTube. I tell him that he has to wait because I of course doing the paid job first. CB gets triggered, telling me that I have to edit 5 videos for him, and the conversation went something like this.
Bruh, I've been waiting to make the video already.
I'm sorry, you have to wait. I have another client that actually pays me, so I'll do that first. CB texting me at 6 AM.
Are you done yet?
He knew my time zone. Dude, it's 6 AM.
I don't care. You have to make the video.
I have my own channel to run and I just finished my request from the company yesterday. A problem occurred and took some time to fix.
You should have made mine first. Now you have to make 5 videos for me.
I just blocked him. He's just like the CB saying that you should drive a free thing to me. Friend gets back in contact to ask for money. This genuinely upset me because this was someone who I used to be quite close, but it happened like this. I saw a post on Facebook that her nan had passed away, so I sent her a message offering condolences. This led us for meeting up for the first time in 3 years. The second time we went out, she said she forgot her card, so I offered to buy her something to eat since she's been through a rough time. This opened the door. The third time I met up with her, she kept on about her money worries and I asked if I could pay for food for her and her boyfriend. I said okay, cause a couple of sandwiches aren't much of a worry. Her boyfriend ordered a small sandwich and a Coke, and she ordered a foot-long Subway meal with a drink and extra bags of crisps. I couldn't afford my own. The fourth time rang even more alarm bells that it went from me paying for food to her begging me for money. At first she wanted like £50, but as she kept giving me a sob story about her boyfriend having panic attacks due to lack of funds, it got higher and higher, to a point she wanted like £200. She knows I'm currently saving to buy a house and I've got a second child on the way. It's basically I need everything I have. But I told her if they really need help, I'll help. Fast forward to her boyfriend coming back, she tells him they can afford to go to that concert now. I ask her what concert. She said it's a charity thing for cancer awareness. I spoke to her in detail about how hard it was when my dad died of cancer. But I knew it was a horrible way to get money out of me. I didn't lend her the money. I know, I shouldn't have given her the time of day after this, but I went out with her one more time. She said we could go on a picnic if I could chip in for fuel. This led me to buying everything. Snacks, sandwiches, fuel, and even parking. When someone won't even pay £1 for parking, there's something wrong. The best part here, she says she'll pay back, but it's been delayed as there's someone who owes her money for fuel. She went over to a friend's house and thinks she owes her money for it. And the reason they haven't been able to pay is because they've been kidnapped. I've never had anyone take the piss this much.
Fix my water, please!
This is a long story, but stay with me. About 5 years ago, I was living with my then girlfriend. When I moved in, she had told me about the upstairs neighbor being a bit of a dick. He was a doctor and thought our apartment, being on the ground floor, was like a maintenance base and we were in charge of the building or something. FYI, no one else thought that. The flat was standard 3-bed flat in a 3-room building, him being the top use on the bottom. I had never had contact with him until a year into living there. On that day around noon, on a random midweek day, he bangs my door like there was a fire. I run to the door thinking, whoa, what the fuck? Answer the door. He says, come quick! I step out my door not thinking and then double take. I ask, what's wrong? He says his water is off in his apartment. I just look at him stunned and say, what can I do? I'm not in charge of your water. I don't know. I had only guessed it was the guy from upstairs by the stories my partner had told me. I just moved to go back inside of my door, half giggling about the situation, and he follows me and steps through my door. Stunned, I say, sorry, but what are you doing? And he says, I need your tools. Where's the water shut off? Again I say, I don't know, and it's nothing to do with me. He pretends not to hear me, going to my spare bedroom by the door and opening cupboards and searching about. I just gesture arms out and herd him to the hall, again saying this apartment is nothing to do with your water. He just looks at me like a confused puppy and says, okay, just give me your tools. I put my hand on his shoulder and ushered him out the door, slamming it behind his entitled face. I didn't hear from him again until maybe a year after we put the flat up for sale, and within the week of it being put on the market, he once again knocked on our door at maybe 7-8 o'clock at night, and upon answering pushed his way inside saying, I see you're selling, and started to look around. He then turns to me and says, I'm not paying asking price, which was 90k. He will only give me 60k. Wordlessly, I just push him out again. It sold over asking price a week later, and I pity the girl who bought it. I did it for free, and he was still unhappy. This happened in 2014. I was asked by my ex-coworker, colleague, friend to design a logo for him in his new company, an HR consulting agency. I don't expect it for free, he generously offered. I'll pay you for it. I thought about the time it was going to take me. I wasn't even doing graphic design anymore, and so this was going to take up my evening for the next few weeks, I guess. In addition, I was going through a divorce at the time and, to be frank, had other things to worry about. I asked him how much he was planning to pay. 300 euros, he said, and if I was going to jump at the chance. Then I explained to him that the preliminary design ideas would take me about 3 hours to sketch out. Then I would travel to meet him and discuss another 3 hours. I would then narrow down to a single design with different color styles, another 3 hours. Following that, we could expect to repeat this design/discuss cycle 2 or 3 more times before I produced print-ready artwork for business cards, letterheads, vehicle livery, basically completely corporate identity, which would take another 3 hours. So all in all, we were looking at up to 30 hours of work. This equated to around 10 euros an hour, the same as minimum wage where I live. When I told him a professional corporate identity was upwards to 5,000 euros, his face dropped. So I told him that I'd rather do it for free at the pace I dictated, because if he was paying, he would feel like I owed him the service. I was prepared for us to have like 5 cycles of meeting to finalize the designs, and at the end I would provide print-ready artwork for him to take to a printer of his choice. 4 weeks later, at 5th design cycle, we were almost finished when he took a business partner. He wanted the design overhaul and the company's name changed. He managed to persuade me to do a 6th design overhaul with discussion, but when he called and asked for a 7th, I told him his credit had run out. I gave him all the original digital files and wished him luck finding any other graphic designer. He offered me 300 euros again, but I was done. We kind of fell out over it. I ran into him about 2 years later. His business partner had left the company, but he took out his new business card completed with my design on it to show me. The logo was not straight and such a low resolution you could see the pixels. His name was written in Times New Roman, not the font I had chosen. The phone number was in Garamond. Again, not the font I had chosen, and the email address in Arial. I asked him who he had asked to finish the design work. He just smiled and said, "I did it all by myself!" Oh, of course you did. Thank you very much for watching the video. Let me know in the comments below if you liked the longer stories. Subscribe to the channel for more r/content, and until the next video, cheers!